Hey, what's up, people? This is Ike Love and creating author of the blog, The Viable Alternative. It's an inspirational blog where I share the wisdom and insights gained along my path to becoming a greater, stronger version of myself. And if you want to read more about the blog, you can click on www.theviablealternative.com. So, it's been an interesting week. I'm actually got some news for you. I'm not gonna share it with this video, but I will be talking about it in the next video, and it basically has to do with me launching something, and I'm going to take you through the whole journey and the creative process of that. But this video is kind of related to that and a conversation I had with a mentor about this specific thing. So I was telling him my plans of what I wanted to do, and being that my mentor, he has his own lifestyle brand. He's been building a brand for a number of years. Obviously he knows what a thing or two about this. And so he gave me an exercise to do. He said he wanted me to take a piece of paper or a notebook, whatever, and a pen, and to write down 15 things about myself, right? 15 things about myself. It could be things about I like, my quirks, my just things about me. And the rationale behind that is if you're going to be creating anything, you want to bring people into your world, right? You want to bring people in your world and you want to have some type of effect on them. But you don't just bring people into your world, you have to know what you have to offer, what you have to bring, and what you want to share with others. So to start that now is obviously to write things down about yourself that you can use in one way or another to create something that you can use now to bring people into your world. I talk about the viable alternative where you take your internal resources and treasure to create your own unique world without your unique greatness. This is the viable alternative. So when you're writing a list like this, you're basically finding out what your internal resources and treasures are, and how you want to use that now, not only to create your world without, but something you can invite people into. So it's kind of like what he explained. He didn't really go into depth, but I kind of got it. And it's interesting because I think if he had told me to do this like 4 years ago, I would have probably taken it the wrong way. But actually, I think this is a very fascinating exercise on all levels and leads to the topic of this video blog, which is how to create your own unique world that inspires and nurtures you. It's actually this video touches upon a bunch of things. It's also actually how to get in touch with your unique core, unique essence, and also again how to create a world that inspires and nurtures you. So actually, there's two titles of this video, so I don't know which one I'm going to use because I actually tend to talk about one, but I realized that another one's important. So you guys are getting a double treat. So what I did, so where do I begin? So yeah, so number one, it's a fascinating exercise because like I said, yeah, you're writing things about yourself, and I believe when you're doing that, it gets you in touch with the core essence of who you are. Why? Well, I took this exercise to be, okay, I'm gonna write things about myself, things I like, but I'm gonna deal with them on like not through my ego, not like through the ego. Now you're writing a list, and you're like, I don't like that dude Rashawn because he think you all that, or I hate that bitch Shaquita because she trying to steal my man. No, it's not. It's not like the ego thing like that. What it is kind of like the sensual, visceral things about yourself. And I wrote a couple of things. For instance, now, first thing I did was I wrote down like my favorite color is gray. And why I like the color gray, because looking at gray soothes me. I wrote down that I like dancehall reggae music because it inspires me and it makes me feel like an animal. It makes me feel like just to go out and conquer and accomplish and like smash past my obstacles and like my the barriers that hold me back. That's what dancehall reggae music does to me. I like listening to reggae music when I'm on the treadmill because it just like inflames me. Even when I'm in the gym and I'm like doing pull-ups, man, I just feel like an animal, man. You know what I mean? I had written down I like summertime. I like summertime specifically because it just invigorates me. It makes me feel inspired. It makes me feel like more motivated. It makes me feel like more alive, like I'm more into myself during the summertime. It makes me feel more energized, right? So On one level, I'm talking about different things that like affect me, like on a visceral level, on a feeling level. You know, your five senses. You know, sight, hearing, touch, smell, taste. You know, and another level, also just the emotions that these things evoke in me. And so, when you're talking about this is what really describes the core essence of who you are on a sensual visual level. Because I like to say, and I'm writing a book about this now, we're not a mental concept. We Western society teaches us to live in our heads, but if you actually look at it, the whole esoteric knowledge in Eastern society and what was known for centuries is that we're spirit. We're spiritual beings have an earthly experience. And if we want to get in touch with our spirits, we have to get in our bodies and feel ourselves on a sensual, visceral level. We have to get and feel ourselves on a sensational level. Not emotional, but our sensation, the actual sensation of things, you know? This is what yoga and meditation is for, to get us in touch with our spirits, right? So when I'm describing the stuff on this list, it's stuff that affect me on a visceral level, on an actual sensual level. So that's the first step. And we might think that this is all common sense. Oh, common sense, of course I know what I like. You know, I like this and I like that. But actually, if you were to actually sit down and really talk about the things that you really, really like, I bet you're going to have a hard time doing it. Why? Because take a look at most people's lives. If they like certain things, then why are their lives such a freaking mess, you know? You know, if you see people in utterly dysfunctional relationships. If you look at their environments totally don't nurture them in any way whatsoever. You look at the friends they have, their friends are not like encouraged, they're all negative, and everybody's doing the same thing and stuck in complacency. They hate their jobs are toxic, you know? Or, you know, and so you would think that we know what we like, but a lot of times we really don't, because if we're really to become conscious of what affects us on a visceral level, and what inflames us and what impassions us, we're going to be like, why the hell then, if these things affect me in such a way, why the hell does my life look like this, you know? And we come to terms with the fact that we're not really honoring ourselves the way we should. So getting in touch with stuff we like about ourselves on a visceral level then now can inflame us now to create that around us, right? To create that whole type of environment around us so that, you know, we can have a continuous feedback, you know, we can be nurtured now by our environment, you know? Because, I mean, the danger is that a lot of people do buy fancy cars and, you know, nice houses because they want to feel good, but they're focusing on the eggs, not the goose, you know, the goose that lays the golden egg. But if you come from a different place, where you come from your core of who you are, and you create what's on the outside to reflect your core, so that there can be that cross nurturing of each other. You know, you create without, and that nurtures you within. You know, that now is a very healthy thing. So, when you decide these things you're about, you create that on the outside. So, for instance, in my case here, in my own humble existence now, all I really have, I know I live in a place with a couple of roommates. I have a room. The most direct thing I can affect now is my room. This is how it starts. So I painted my room a gray tone, different gray tones, because, you know, I like looking at the color gray. Like I said, it soothes me, you know, it relaxes me, it calms me and everything. So I decided to have that in my life, to include that in my life. I like summer, like I said. So what do I want to do now? I'm now going to work on a life where I can afford the luxury, or create a lifestyle where I can afford the luxury now, where I can travel to a warmer climate during the winter months and come back here during the summer months. That's the ideal. You may not have it now, but it's the act of working towards that goal, you know? If I like, I didn't put this there, but I also said I like, I didn't mention this earlier, but I like earth tone colors to wear, like gray, green, and brown. They ground me. So, you know, I'll buy more clothing that are green and brown, you know? What else? So basically speaking, yeah, I'm creating a world reflected on my internal resource and treasures so that I can be nurtured by it, you know? That also stretches out into the type of friends I use and the people I choose to associate with, you know? Choose now to associate with more positive people who are about something, because, you know, they say you are who you are who, what's that phrase called? You become the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? So therefore now you want to become cognizant of that and be mindful of the people who you choose to spend most of your time with. So this is the exercise basically I'm saying, sit down, write things about yourself, write things about who you are, and then on an essence level, how they affect you, what inspires you, what makes you feel good, and let me just make a caveat, because you may say to yourself now, I like cookies because they taste good, but now this is where your head comes into play, because I often talk about listen to your heart, but I say listen to your heart because people like me are so head focused that off balance their head that I have to essentially listen to your heart. But the head plays a role too. It's all about balance. Our body has 3 brains: our head brain, the heart brain, and our gut brain. And these 3 have to be in balance with one another. That's a whole other conversation another time. But if you like cookies, you want to now use your head and say to yourself, all right, if I eat too many cookies, I'm going to get fat. I'm going to have a disease, have high blood pressure, and so on and so forth. So maybe because I like the taste of cookies, I'll give myself that luxury once a month. There, I still honor myself on a body level, and I honor myself on a sensual level. I like cookies, so I indulge in it once in a while, but I won't indulge in it too much so that it affects my well-being. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, you want to take into account that everything you like, and you want to start creating your world around it. This is how you start to really nurture yourself. Yeah. So this is a great way to get in touch with the core essence of who you are, and if you're creating something, this is also what you're going to be inviting people into. This is your world. This is what you want to invite people into. This is what you want people to feel and experience what you experience, and come away with a certain type of feeling that you care to leave them with. This is how people buy into you. And also then again, it shows you what type of environment and ambiance to create for yourself going forward. So I hope all this helps. I hope I didn't get too long-winded. This is a little bit kind of abstract, but I hope I made my point. If you like this video, click on like, please share. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter. The Viable Alt is my Twitter name, and my website is www.viablealternative.com. So take care, God bless, and peace.